Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Historical Gamer here. I'm thinking about making kind of a secondary spin-off channel, although I don't think my YouTube channel is big enough for it. That's not really the point of this video. I want to do some more commentaries on kind of different issues on YouTube, and that's kind of why I brought that up. But I don't think my channel is big enough to have a spin-off channel. I'm a peon. But anyway, what this is really about is there's been some controversy in the YouTube community or in the Call of Duty community or what have you about some of the bigger Call of Duty commentators spending time playing Battlefield 3, going out to California for the release of for the announcement of Battlefield 4, for signing deals with EA. And a lot of people have been giving them some pretty negative feedback for it and being critical about it. You know, a lot of haters out there, if you will. And I just wanted to make this video as kind of a response. Maybe people don't think of YouTubers in maybe a realistic way. And I'm going to use a sports analogy here. I'm also going to use Woody, or Woody's gamer tag, as my example in this case, because I think, you know, as far as what's going on with EA and all that other stuff, he's been pretty upfront. You know, he said EA has been treating them very well. You know, essentially been whining and dining them. We don't know the details of any kind of financial commitments, but it's safe to say that EA is, you know, using these commentators to help advertise their products. A lot of people criticize Call of Duty commentators for being money-grubbing whores. You know, I've seen it for K-pop, I've seen it for White Boy, I've seen it for Woody, I've seen it for pretty much every Call of Duty commentator of merit. Gets criticized for being basically a money whore. Why? Well, they're playing games. You know, they're getting paid very good money. At least, you know, the big commentators are. And, you know, there's a lot of jealousy out there. And I'm not going to address why people hate to begin with, but I think we as a community need to look at them in a different way. There are no commentators from 20 years ago, from 30 years ago, from 40 years ago. There's not an older generation of commentators retiring and passing on the traits to this generation. Call of Duty commentary is a brand new field. It's not a profession in the traditional sense. And so we need to stop thinking of it as oh, they're just playing a game. They're making a living in a career that they have no idea how long it's going to last. A more apt comparison to them would be to a sports athlete, to a baseball player. You know, in baseball, you don't know if you're going to stop hitting. You don't know if pitchers are going to figure you out. You don't know how long your career is going to last. What does the average NFL player play for 3 years in the NFL before they have to retire? Well, what do you do for money after that point? I mean, this is these people's legitimate job. They play these games, they commentate, they create entertainment. That's how they make a living. And when people say they're money whores, well, sure, people say the same thing about professional athletes. And I'm not saying that, you know, maybe they aren't overpaid professional athletes. But put yourself in this situation. You're in a job where you get paid very good money, but has absolutely no security, where half of your friends and coworkers work for 2 or 3 years, make a lot of money, and then are unemployed. What would you do? Well, my bet is you're going to go and you're going to earn absolutely as much money as you can for those 2 or 3 years to secure your financial future. And you know what? I think that's the logical thing to do. I think that's the thing that we would all do. And I think that's the thing that most professional athletes do. And I think it's the thing that, you know, YouTube commentators should do if they're making enough, you know, getting enough views to make money to make a living off of it. You know why? Because as a YouTube commentator, let's say you're a YouTube commentator for 3 years and you're making good money and you're making a living on it. And after 3 years, people aren't interested in you anymore, and you still get some views, but it's not enough to make a living anymore. You know, you have to get another job. Well, what do? You've been out of the labor market now for 3 or 4 years, doing something that really doesn't set you up to work in a whole lot of fields. Yeah, you could probably get a communication job or a social media job, but there's only so many of those to go around. There's people with degrees in those fields. It's going to be very hard for you to get another job. I'm not saying YouTube commentators can't get jobs. I'm just saying they're putting themselves at a disadvantage by working, you know, as a YouTube commentator versus in certain fields versus other people out there. So you know what? With that much insecurity, that much instability, enjoy the ride, make as much money as you can, because who knows what's going to happen afterwards. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think that's my biggest complaint, is that people don't look at it that way. You know, Woody doesn't know how long people are going to find his videos entertaining. Maybe it'll be 10 years. Maybe it'll be 20 years. Maybe, you know, maybe he'll fade away. Same for any other YouTube commentator. They're like professional athletes hitting free agency, and they need to maximize the most money that they can make, that they're willing to, you know, do. I'm not saying sell their soul for money, but, you know, there's so much uncertainty in the YouTube community and the commentator community that I don't think it's fair to say they shouldn't be trying to make as much money as they can. And I think that's something that bugs me about the community, and the way that people get attacked for being, you know, interested in paying the bills. You know, are you a money-grubbing whore because you go to work every day? Are you a money-grubbing whore if you ask your boss for a raise? If you leave one company and go to another for more money? I mean, let's be real. They're trying to put food on the table. They're trying to pay their bills. They're trying to make sure that they're secure in their lives. And you know what? It's got to be a thrill. It's got to be a great experience to be in that community. But maybe we should give them a break, because there's got to be a lot of stress there too. When you're an entertainer, it's not a stress-free job. It's not easy. And when you're relying on keeping hundreds of thousands or millions of people interested in what you have to say, who knows how long it's going to last. It pays well, but I guarantee you it is not a stress-free job. I guarantee you these people pull their hair out every night. And, you know, it's just, you know, they're doing what they can, but who knows how long they're going to be around. So stop criticizing them, since they're trying to make a bit of extra money, and maybe they want a bit of recognition. Anyway, that's all I really have to say on this. Thanks for watching. I'm working on a couple of other videos, one for Out of the Park, baseball's newest development that's in beta, Field Hockey Manager. My review of Legion for iPad's going to be up on wargamer.com shortly, and I'll put an announcement up then when I do that. If you haven't already, follow me on Twitter at Historical Gamer, and thanks for watching.